Good morning, afternoon, evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Zachary Nolan. Card Nolan is not behind the camera because I just got home. I just got home from Minneapolis. This is why the video is coming up a little late. I would have liked to do it right when it happened, but nonetheless, here we are. Also, thank you so much for all the support we got on the last video. That was fun. Carter had a passion project doing that, and he loved doing it. What are we here to talk about today? Well, we're going to mention a couple things, but the first thing is he's here! From Russia, Nikita Chibrikov. Nikita Chibrikov has had a lot of hype behind his name if you're a Winnipeg Jets fan. He's a prospect that has really high potential and shows a lot of diversity in his game. He's played all levels in the Russian hockey leagues. He's had mixed success there. He hasn't had, like, when he played in the KHL, he only got, 3 points, which is not a lot again, but if you're in the KHL at that young of an age, he's only, by the way, 20, I think he's 20 on the dot, actually. He was a 2003 birthday. Oh, God, he's younger than me. Oh, my God! But yeah, no, when you're that young, they're not going to play you as much over there in the KHL. That's fine. But the Jets signed him to a 3-year entry-level contract, which means he can immediately start playing with the Manitoba Moose now. I don't think they're going to use him. I think they'll just have him sit in the press box like they did Danny Zilkin. But hey, maybe I could be wrong, and maybe they will use him in Game 3. I would love for them to use him in Game 3. This, so far, is the only good news that has come out. There's 2 good news coming out of the Winnipeg Jets organization, and this is the only one that actually has to do with the organization itself. They signed him to a 3-year entry-level contract at $925K. That's really good. I was kind of worried that he wasn't going to sign here at some point. He had been in Russia for a while, and with more and more reports about players that are playing in Russia, it becomes kind of a Russian roulette, so to speak, which players get out of the system and which players choose or have to stay there. Kirill Kaprizov being a great example, as is a third-string goalie for the Philadelphia Flyers, who was hospitalized in Russia. So I was a little concerned about how this situation would play out, but we got him over. They saw him in the press box a couple nights ago for Game 1 of the Manitoba Moose versus the Milwaukee Admirals series for the semifinals, which was a good sign. And yeah, here we are now. Now, with him, he's extremely erratic. That's the one thing I'll say with him that I'm so uncertain here. His potential is erratic. It can range from top 6 winger to third liner for life. He reminds me a lot of the promise that Alexander Burmistrov has, which scares the hell out of me because Burmistrov just... And I don't think he's going to go that far. I don't think he's going to dip like that too, but we need to be careful with this development. And I'm scared now with True North because they've shown that they're willing to just bury players in the minor leagues. And I don't want them to. I really want to see Chibrikov in a Winnipeg Jets jersey. I don't think he's going to make the team next year, but 2 years in. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking 1 year, and then either you're going in the next year as a Jets player, or you're waiting 1 year and you're going in, or 1 more year and you're going in. Because the timetable for this Winnipeg Jets team is running out. The sands of time are running low, and the Jets are in their twilight right now. And now, let's mention a couple things before this video gets out of the way, because I know you want to know it. True North gaslit us again, so that's great. They're actually gaslighting us. They released an email saying how good the pushback was. You won 1 game! 1 game! That's not pushback! You won 1 game and it was the first game of the year of the playoffs! How in your tiny mind does that necessitate saying you had good pushback? You're the only team that got knocked out in 5! Both coaches, former head coaches for the Winnipeg Jets, won 7-game series against the cup defending Colorado Avalanche with Dave Lowry as assistant coach, and Paul Maurice just beat the fucking President's Trophy Bruins. And then the other good piece of news to talk about, though, this is a sandwich. This is a sadness sandwich. There's the sadness in the middle and the 2 good things on the outsides. Dominic Census? I can't say it. But our goalie that we drafted in the 7th round last year just got OHL Goalie of the Year, and he's a phenom. He's so good. I love him. Sign this man. Like, obviously, he's still super young, and so he's probably going to play one more year in the OHL, but, like, come on. Come on. I believe the hype with that kid. But, yeah, no. Again, like we said, not a lot to cover here. What do you think of Chibrikov? Do you see, is your potential on him? Do you think he makes the Jets sooner rather than later, or do you think we're going to have to wait a while on this one? I would love to hear your guys' insight. Thank you so much for tuning in. Don't forget to leave a like. Helps us out. Subscribe as well to the channel. We're going to be live streaming some of the playoff games, especially in the West, as those are teams we're more familiar with. And, yeah, we'll be covering every single transaction the Jets do in this offseason. It will be a very interesting offseason. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we will see you next time.